Ah yes, Yo-Yo Chicken Bros, what's up? Welcome to another SmileThoughts, and today I thought I'd ask a very simple question. Should mobile game developers use the same tactics as console and PC developers, and vice versa? I say no, and this video is kind of going to explain why with more common sense and my own understanding of the topic, rather than throwing in a bunch of links. But first, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to leave a like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, make it ring a ding ding. And with all that being said, let's get into today's video now, shall we? So at first you may think all gamers are the same, and of course they are not. We are not all the exact same. I mean, people play games for different reasons. Some people do it because they just want to chill and have a fun time. I do it to challenge myself. I play some of the hardest games out there because I want to make myself better at it. Not just a game, but helps me stay strong-willed and perseverance in the real world. The more that I go through the same thing over and over, trying to beat it, trying to figure out what the problem is here that I'm doing wrong in order to better myself, the more that applies to the real world. But when it comes to mobile games, you see all these idle games where you barely do anything, where the stuff basically comes to you and there's no challenge to it. Now, there may be some exception, but I haven't seen many. There's barely any strategy, barely anything in it. And there's nothing wrong with that, mind you. But from a business perspective, would it be better for a console gamer to have a game like Hollow Knight, where you have to fight to earn any little detail? I'm talking like the map, you have to find yourself, you have to explore yourself, you have to do almost all of it yourself. Or would it be better to have people just give you the map at the start of the game, give you the wayward compass for free, and then you go through and walk through everything and fight all the bosses really easy? I mean, you read reviews of Hollow Knight, people are mad that they can never beat Hornet. Let me tell you, the first time I faced Hornet, I couldn't figure her out. It was really difficult. But I took the time to learn her moveset and conquered that issue. And that's the divide between the mobile gaming industry and this industry, that being console and PC gamers. When you're playing a mobile game, most of the time you're diddling on your phone at a doctor's office or something. You're mainly doing it to pass the time. Now, if you're a hardcore mobile gamer, then more than likely you like the instant gratification that comes from getting overpowered without doing much. What gamers like me and console PC gamers genuinely love is the heat of the challenge, of fighting 42 bosses in a row, and every time you die you have to go back to the beginning, where you are being faced against almost insurmountable challenges. Things that you'd never think you would beat, but you continuously try until you make it. There's a difference there. And I look at games these days where you have some really easy console games that you can't really have a challenge in. They're always so sort of dulled down for the sake of mobile gamers or people who've never played video games before. And there's a place for that. Don't get me wrong, there is a place for that. We should be open to new gamers because this is an amazing community, all in all speaking. But we still need the games for people more experienced. Hollow Knight is one of them, yes, but we're losing a lot of those really good, somewhat higher difficulty games. We're losing a lot of them. And I don't like that. Now, you all know I want to make a licensing company at some point in the future where I can let people just tell their stories, make their own games. I don't want much influence on them at all. But when it comes down to it, I would love to play a game that has a very, very difficult storyline that you have to try and try and try and try again to beat, with difficult bosses, because of the satisfaction of finally beating it. And I don't think that is something for mobile gamers. Mobile gamers have their spot. I'm not going to say, oh, mobile gamers aren't gamers. By technicality, they are playing a video game on a phone, thus they are gamers. They are a subgenre of gamers, but they don't like the difficulty of any game, really. They like the sort of instant gratification of winning in a video game, which I don't personally think is healthy, but it is a subgenre and something that may be somewhat fine. I don't know for certain. With all of that, though, what should companies do to better games, not just for the new gamers, the mobile gamers, and for people like me, but just better games all around? Number one, allow the developers to tell their own story. I know there's incentive to like corporatize it to make a lot more money, but you gotta balance the fame part and the money part. If people think that you are a good company based off of allowing people to tell their story, you'll get more business and might even make more money than if you were to just go complete greed. And that's a problem with today's businesses. Or we could have a sort of system, like, you know, we have rated E for everyone. We could have beside it rated B for beginners, rated E for intermediate. I believe E would be intermediate, maybe it's I. Like, have a difficulty rating of the game. And that would help people decipher, okay, I shouldn't spend $60 on this AAA title because I've never played a video game before in my life and that's going to be way too difficult. Or you could be like, well, this game doesn't look that hard. Let me try it. Or you could be like me and grab the one that says E for expert or B for bullet hell. And it's like completely horrifyingly difficult. And I'll play it anyway just to be hard-headed. Point being, the end-all be-all here. I think the gaming business and the gaming industry is making a huge mistake with how they're selling to their audience. I think they need to figure out the subgenre of mobile gamers versus regular gamers. Or by regular I mean console PC. Figure out which each of them like and divide and conquer. Otherwise, you're going to get people on both sides angry about certain changes to video games that they may love. And that's the whole point of this video. So I hope you did enjoy. And with all that being said, Yo Man Smile is over and out. Peace.